hyping up, more people to join watching Friday Frenzy for tonight. Just to also remind you that you can reach out to us on 0708222323. That is our WhatsApp line. Our SMS line is 22232.
Yep.
Please give us your comments and your feedback. We love the support we've been getting by the KVID.
Yeah.
We've been getting some really good feedback, and we are so, so grateful that you guys are watching us from within Nairobi, outside Nairobi, even outside Kenya. We've gotten some guys, and we are so grateful that we have guys who are feeling impacted by Friday Frenzy. So please stay tuned. Usibadilishe, kaka tu hapo. We have an amazing show coming for you. You don't even want to miss. You don't want to miss. I'm an educated.
Yeah, Tiff was dancing on the floor. She even forgot to come outside.
I'm sorry, I got distracted for a minute, but yeah.
How have you been? How's the week been?
The week is busy.
Yeah.
But it's awesome.
Good.
It's awesome. How have you been, KVID?
Very well, very well. I thank God for the rains, by the way.
Yeah.
Man,
sure.
it's pounded.
For sure, we're grateful.
It's really pounded. But we thank God all in all for the rains.
Yeah. It's been a really dry season, so we are really grateful. Mungu ametubariki na mvua. You can also let us know, labda kwenu mvua ijafika. You never know. Kama mvua labda mtatembelewa, mtuambie kwa hapo kwa WhatsApp line. We'd be glad to also shout out you guys, and also as you give us our feedback, of course, we'll be shouting out amani shouting out you guys.
I'm the dictionary over here.
We always discuss about wind up, wind down, but
wind down is still on the dictionary.
It's wind up, but it's okay. Not for today. Isia leo. But right about now, we're just gonna jump back into some music. Of course, now KVID, we're gonna be having a catch up with what has been happening throughout the week. Please let us know, by the way, on our social media handles. Also, we are at Hope TV Kenya on Twitter and also Instagram. Let us know kama kuna kitu umeona this weekend. It caught your attention and maybe something was trending and we might have missed it out. But for our side, we're going to be letting you know what has been happening throughout the week. Of course, some funny clips here and there. And we'd also love to get to know if you have something for us, please do go ahead and give us some feedback. But right about now, we'll jump back into music.
I'm being informed that we're also on YouTube, by the way. You can access on YouTube.
We are on YouTube.
At Hope TV Kenya, by the way.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please. Hapo kwa comment section. Ekeni fire emojis, encourage us. So grateful. Yeah. We go.
And David Wanda.
Alexis on the beat.
Nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. Nobody can block all of your blessings. Nobody can block all of your blessings. Nobody, despite all of the challenges you're facing. Nobody. Nobody. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no.
This one is for the worshippers back at home. Hapa tu, pole tu. Sasa sitaki uswet side. Ni pole au sio? Nipe mkono tu hapa. Nipe. One time. Hey. Simple move. Ati nini? Twende kwaya kidogo wewe. Hey. That's bila jasho. Pole tu. Easy one. Ati chini, alafu juu. Kila mtu twende. Ati nini? Hapa tu. Una sweat mbona? Na uko Frenzy Friday mtu wangu. Easy tu. Hey. Pole tu. Ongeza maringo bwana. Weka maringo na that. The beat dance crew. Maringo tu. Alafu simple. Ati nini? Simple move. Ati ni watu wodi. Hapa tu watu wodi. Alafu nilienda Kayole wakanishosuria miondoko bro. Unakumbuka miondoko? Ati nini? Wewe. Hey, show them. One time. Atini. Alright, bro. Wale niambia nifunze impia. Umeona impia? Ati nini? Alafu unaongeza nini? Alright, nipe tu hapa tu. Nataka tu bounce. Are you guys ready? Bounce. Tuko sawa? Hii ni watu wa Bombe. Nilikuwa Westland juzi. Westland wakanisho ni wafunze move. Muko sawa? Ati nini? Nipe. Easy. Wewe achilie bwana. Alafu akatuma na mpia. One time. Show them. Allah.
Come to the light. Gonna shine. You can't deny. One, tunafukuza giza tonight. Sit on a hill. Cannot be hidden. Naniku bright. Light for light.
Sit for more.
Good for your sight.
Hey. One time. 20.
Why? Unapenda giza why?
All right. Nipe nikushow. Nilikuwa Rongai mtu wangu. Rongai wanadungi vipi Rongai? Watu Rongai wanakuanga tu hapa. Watu Rongai wanakuanga tu hapa.
Inafanya moyo inawaka.
Alafu ni rahisi. Acheni.
Kuna vile tumekuja na bidii. Hatutaki uradi ziko na
Nipe chan.
Sasa tumewasha nyangile. Gospel imewaka buru inamulika kilidi hapa hivi. Nyangile yangu haiweki chini ya kitanda na inamulika kasa imemesa kwa kibanda na kama unataka kimbia haraka. Kuja mali hii nyangile yangu inawaka.
Nyangile inani boost.
Oh, easy bro. Usiharibu stage bro. Hakuna. Tuwafunze from the beginning. Hii move ni pole mtu wangu. Koko pale mtana ujui move inaendaje mtu wangu. Ati nini?
Nyangile kuko fine. Kumewaka
Ati nini wewe? One time. Nada. Hey.
My God never let me fall. Never, I never. One time will wise on me call.
Inaitwa the beat dance crew. Ati nini? Twende bro. Nipe. Hey.
Biba David and I do ya because Najikubye. Everybody sabi that you na bifonye. Najikubye. Biba David and I do ya because
Alright. Nipe. This is a new one. Follow.
Asumulule akaba mekisa kainza kukule kama beka. No. Asumulule akaba mekisa batali na bakata.
One time.
Me never complain no. That you send I know. Uteka wakati wali musendai no. Wali musendai. Alfa I know.
Show time. Ati nini? Twende namba. Allah.
Badem kisam kisai, on dadem kisam kisai. Badem kisam kisai, on dadem kisam kisai.
One time. Aye. Alright. Ukimalizia ati nini? Tukimalizia. Oh, thank you so much. Hey. What?
Kasema mimi mwana wake hawezi kunipatia mawe nami nikiitisha mkate nakuita baba nakuita baba nakuita baba nakuita baba alright. Ukijifunika unafurahisha roho. Upendo ni kama wako mwenye sina baba maishani mwangu. Ni nani mwingine ninayeamini, nani mwingine anayenijali, kila kitu kikipotea baba kwako kuna usaidizi. Kila neema yajaza kwa wingi hadi kwa jirani, mpate kuzidi ndege wa angani, kupata riziki, maua shambani huwa shiny shiny. Mawazo ya amani asemaye Bwana, kuwapa tumaini asemaye Bwana, siku zenu za usoni asemaye Bwana, pamoja nani asemaye Bwana. Sijui ya kesho, 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 wanajua ya kesho, 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 kesho. Ona desturi kila wakati kwa TV, ni ya kuhofia, ni ya kuhofia. Ukibadilisha uoga ukawa imani, si ya kuhofia, si ya kuhofia. Every step God has prepared, know that you're ready for more. Kuna ushindi kama temta before. Mawazo ya amani asemaye Bwana. Come on, just join with me. Asemaye Bwana, asemaye Bwana, asemaye Bwana. Sijui ya kesho, 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 kesho. Wanajua so hapa tunadansi kesho, kesho. Usifadhaike, kesho itajizungukia. Bwana ni upendo, yeye anakonquer the fear. Mawazo ya amani asemaye Bwana, kuwapa tumaini asemaye Bwana, wema za usoni asemaye Bwana, pamoja nani asemaye Bwana, mawazo ya amani asemaye Bwana, kuwapa tumaini asemaye Bwana, wema za usoni pamoja nani
asemaye Bwana. Hey, come on, kama uko hapo unatuwatch, eka my emojis hapo za hey, makofi bwana. Wapi mako? Hey, Alilis fire emojis. Tumekuwekea fire emojis hapo. Nice. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Jerabet. Karibu sana to Friday Frenzy. Sijui kama umetusikia kweli.
Mimi nishawaisikia.
Umetusikia? Ukweli. Show yetu ya last week ilikuwa inaongelea nini?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Wale ni kama nishawaisikia.
Hey! So lakini unatuonanga, lakini hujatusikia. You've trapped yourself.
You trapped me.
No, you trapped yourself.
You led me into that trap.
No, I was just chilling.
Who was the one on the wrong in the first place?
No one is on the wrong. But thank you so much for coming to Friday Frenzy.
Thanks.
We're so happy to have you here, of course.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. And Asemaye Bwana, can you tell us about that?
So Asemaye Bwana is just a song that, let me explain where I wrote it from. So in fact, I wrote this song when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah.
And that's about 6 years ago. It's crazy.
Must be nice.
Right?
Wow.
Imeanza
kitambo. Wow.
So there were so many things that were going wrong. Yeah. You know, bad grades. You know, when you choppy but una fail, like what's going on? You know, family matters, things going wrong here and there.
Yeah.
And I was disheartened. But I remember this is a very common verse, but that time it resonates, you know, at that time.
Yeah.
And my mom came during visiting day, akaniambia, remember Jeremiah 29 verse 11.
Yeah.
That's the Lord says, I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you a good future and a hope. And basically that's what Asemaye Bwana is. I've just translated it. So, mawazo ya amani, you know, good thoughts. That says the Lord, you know. Kuwapa tumaini, to give you hope. Asemaye Bwana. Siku zenu za usoni, in your days, in the future. So it's just a translation of that. And you know, your message too, I just brought it out into words, and that's how Asemaye Bwana came to be.
Oh. Which school were you in, by the way? Which high school were you in?
It's Semangi.
In
Semangi
public.
Because it
In
was
your karatasi.
in the village.
Kondani
Shout it out. You can shout it
Anyways, I was in Kanjore High School. Uko Karatina.
Good
Amazing. Karatina si ama ni Karatina kwa radius.
Well,
Oh.
utapanda inaitangwaje Pro Box.
Oh. Okay, that's that. Nimekubali. It's true, nimekubali. So I was in high school. How has the journey been sasa kutoka Wandike High School mpaka sasa sahi? It's been 6 years ago. How has the musical journey been for you? Of course, discovering God every other moment. How has it been for you?
So my musical journey has been, I can say, fulfilling up until now. You know, of course, me is celeb yet. You know, there's no big success and all those things. But me being able to sing for the Lord and bring out, you know, my message into music, it has been fulfilling. So after high school, nilingia Sauti Academy you know, to kujifunza vocals and everything, you know, just getting better in my craft, and that's when I got into music professionally. And so after high school, I joined like a boy duo, a two-boy duo, me and a friend called Mkash. So it's even we used to call ourselves Mkash and Jerebet.
Oh.
So we used to perform, go to competitions, you know, sing here and there. We have our music on YouTube.
Amazing.
And after Mkash and Jerebet, so Mkash, you know, kind of kapata jiko.
Oh. Alienda the
The
next
Lord was
level.
faithful.
The Lord was faithful. Hallelujah.
Amen. So Mkash akaji, you know, he got a little bit preoccupied. So nikasonga peke yangu, you know, continued doing my music. And that's when I removed now my songs in 2020. My first song called Maritha, then Abba Father, and then Naijulikane Kuwa Upo. And then in 2021, now I joined two bands, one called Grace Collective, and another one called Adonage. And so hizo zikani keep busy for the...
Hold up. Adonage.
Amelod sai. Imewasili sasa.
10 minutes later.
10 minutes later. Kevin.
You just mentioned Adonage a second ago. Come on, man. Come on. Adonage.
Yeah,
Adonage.
Imagine.
Really?
Adonage 3.0.
Anasema TSC celeb.
Tunarudi.
Brother, huyu ni celeb. What do you mean?
Bado.
To the glory of
You know,
God.
I'm trying to look at this face on their pages because I'm a fan. I'm a Adonage fan.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
You should check their Instagram.
All the way from Akina Kaki to what is this guy? What is this guy? Roba, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's Adonage number 1, you know, 1.0.
1.0.
At 19th century. 1900.
Tutapigwa Kevin.
Go live on TV.
I know, right? Like una ban. Hey.
Good stuff. Good
That's
stuff.
amazing.
So we are the new crop of Adonage. And we're also coming with new stuff. Mutazicheza soon. It's going to be everywhere.
Amen.
And it's fire.
We receive.
Yeah.
We receive.
So, yeah, Adonage. Now, 2021 to 2022, I've been busy with my bands. But, you know, I'm still removing my personal music.
Yeah.
I'm still pushing on my career. And where I've reached, like in January, just like 2 months ago, I released a new song called Usiniulize. And I'm still releasing like live renditions of my music.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still pushing on.
Yep.
That's where I am right now.
Awesome.
And Tiff, today we're talking about, I'm telling Jerebet over here, we're talking about youth and politics.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and we've actually seen from last Monday that the guys who actually dominated our screens, you know, in the demos and the protests were actually young people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
For
So
sure.
what word do you have for the young people as far as politics is concerned? You know. without delving deep.
Yeah, because it can be very
who is
heavy.
right
Yeah,
and who is wrong.
yeah.
But what can you tell young people?
Especially because we are urged to like participate. Of course, we're not told to be like ignorant na politics ni waze, but we need to be informed. But is there like watu may push limits, or they're just doing well and in demanding their rights? Like what could be your word for everybody, literally, as a young person who's growing up in such a politically tense environment? Yeah.
I don't like politics that much, but I have my ones and twos.
Yeah.
So I do encourage youths to join politics because if you would like to see change, you yourself can, bring the change.
Yeah.
And this is not to shade our older generation, but we are getting better with age, right?
You said our older generation. Came clearly our older generation.
There's someone else pointing, see Mimi. But anyways, I'm saying that right now I'm sure we are more knowledgeable. We have more resources to our advantage.
Yeah.
So I would encourage us youths who have all this knowledge and all this, resources to join politics. To, okay, the ones with calling.
Siya kila mtu.
Please kindly.
Yeah.
Kama unatafuta pesa, just look for it elsewhere. But because it's such a critical matter.
Yeah.
But I really would encourage, and protesting is also not a bad thing. If it's, violent and is a bad thing.
Yeah.
But protesting and bringing out, such issues into light is not a bad thing. So
Yeah.
I would encourage youth to join politics.
Yeah.
As we wind down, by the way, using that camera,
Wind up.
where can
David,
I told
we
you
can't do this again. Yeah. So, again, another Friday.
we're going to
Please.
bet on that. We're going to bet on that. But as we wind down, my
goodness.
director is actually on my neck. On that camera,
Yeah.
where can people find you?
Yeah. Your social.
On your
camera? This
social.
one?
This
Yeah,
one right here.
This
Okay.
camera right here.
So my socials are Jerebet,
Yeah.
Jerebet music.
Yep.
Social Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere you can find me. Spotify as well.
Good.
And
Amazing.
all streaming services
Yeah.
there. Yes.
Tuma salam.
Yeah, please shout
Tuma
out.
salamu kwa there's so many. So if you know me, I love you.
Hey,
And I'm sending
if
a
you
shout
know
out
me,
to you.
wow. Sorry.
Everyone.
Everybody.
Did you just make a blanket
Yeah, exactly.
shout out
Everyone.
to your Chile?
KB. Hiyo ni amesema, si wewe.
A blanket shout out.
Kama ingekuwa yake ningemtumia personal.
Yeah. Agopi.
Ni blanket
Ni
shout out.
blanket shout
Okay.
out to everyone.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
David.
Thank
Parking
you.
conversation.
Come on, you can slide in my DMs for those other stories.
Yeah, later. A bit later, not today. Yeah. But thank you so much for coming through, Jerebet.
having
We're
me.
so grateful.
It's been fun. Thank you, DJ Kev.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed.
Thank you
Such
so
a
much.
pleasure, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Atafanya kamix kamoja ya kutu wind up.
One, two.
See, wind down.
Wind
I'll
up.
say this forever. It's wind up. Yeah.
But then if there's anyone actually watching, can you just Google wind down?
I
Wind down.
don't think it's a grammatically correct.
It is.
Like, even if it is, but like, we mean wind up. Like, tuna malizia.
I want to bet with them right now.
We shall bet.
So betting is not a good one.
Yeah, it's not, I know. Like, tutafukuzwa hapa.
Yeah, but right about now, we jump right back into some music.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
be back with some of the trending stories for today, and also actually throughout the week. So we continue to encourage you guys to tune in and let us know something that caught your eye, caught your attention, Twitter, Facebook, wherever. Just let us know, and we'll be glad to be in the knowledge, about everything. Again, our WhatsApp line is 0708 222 323. That is WhatsApp. And our SMS line is 22232. Please do reach out to us. We'd be glad to know you. Of course, shout out to Jerebet, of course. Mweke makofi hapo, mweke hashtag or whatever, and send him a great message, congratulations, or encourage him, for the journey that is coming up ahead. And of course, we'll be glad to also, we'll be getting into, again, youth and politics with, I'm not telling you who it is because, again, we always say, mnafaa kutuangalia posters zetu. But we have an amazing conversation coming right up, so please do stay tuned as DJ Kvid takes us to the next segment.
Where we going? 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 Pluto. Going crazy when I have a minute racket. Where we going to? Pluto. I done spending on the weed and trending topic. Where we going to? Pluto. Watching out for Mickey Mouse to be telling on my dog like, where we going? Where we going? Where we going? And they know what I'm about. Got me going in the house, welcome up in the building. Yeah. Coming straight up out the south, no more sitting on the couch. I was trying to get the feeling. Yeah. I've been praying on my knees, trying to get her overseas, wanna go across the nation. Ooh, I've been rocking double G, going 400 degrees, just to end the conversation. Ooh, can't be stressing by these haters in my season. Been a winning competition for a reason. Why you tripping, boy, you better start believing. I've been working every morning, every evening. Yeah. Finally made it out the trap, then we landed on the map. It's a rap now. I can turn it to a fake, boy, you moving like a snake to a reptile. Going crazy when I have a bit of rocket, where we going to? Pluto. I done spending on the weed and spending top, where we going to? Pluto. Watching out for Mickey Mouse to be telling on my dog like, Pluto. Where we going? Where we going? Where we going?
Yeah, every weekend we throw a party in the hills for fun. It's drama free, yeah, only got room for my day one.
Yeah.
Singing like
Party in the hills, it's a celebration. I'm talking lit with no limitations. Gotta keep it rocking with the crew, yeah. Work hard, play hard until we through, yeah. Vacay all the way to the Bay, yeah. Up to Hollywood just to get away, yeah. I'm talking West Coast, maybe on the island. In the hills, way, way up, how we wildin', woo! On 100 with the squad, popping willies on the quad. Tell them keep up with the bright. Looking at the world and everything we achieve. A blessing to be successful, living to see the dream, yeah. Like every weekend, we draw my free end. We ain't leaving until the sun come up. Like every weekend, we draw my free end. We ain't leaving until the sun come up.
yeah, every weekend we throw a party in the hills for fun. It's drama free, yeah, only got room for my day one.
Let's get it.
Singing like, oh, wow, oh, party in the hills for fun. Oh, wow, only got room for my day one.
So much things to give God thanks for, and I just wanna thank you more. Say, oh, now so much things to give God thanks for, and I just wanna thank you more. What's that? Blessings over me now, blessings over me. Hey, falling over me now. Oh, blessings over me. Hey, I can't thank you enough, Lord. Oh, yeah. Why keep on blessing me now? Oh, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough, Lord. Keep on blessing me. You bless me until it overflows. You bless me, now. You bless me, Jesus. Keep on blessing me. No. Silly me, ayy. Reverting back to my old ways. Them got to be in control days. Love for pray, no, I'm headed up the doorway. But I want your way, Yahweh. Hey, from dirt roads to highways. Showing me a beautiful view from this backseat where there's lots of room, and I never will. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Highway.
I don't wanna be in the backseat.
Don't wanna be the backseat driver.
I don't wanna navigate.
Don't wanna
Won't you take it over? I don't wanna ever doubt you, man, never doubt you. I'm not without you. I don't wanna be no
Don't wanna
backseat.
be no backseat driver.
There with Holy, man, on the Friday Frenzy right here each and every Friday from 9:30 all the way to 11 p.m., man. I'm telling you, we're easing into the weekend in great style.
Yeah.
I'm a VPT.
Our camera persons are here dancing. I'm telling you, that's how you know it's fun. Because come on, get on a dance, then there'd be a problem. But thank you so much, guys. You know you're dancing, even our directors. Tunawaona mkidensi. We're so grateful, by the way. Just to quickly read some of the comments and feedback that we're getting from you guys. So we have someone saying, Uncle Sam, good job, bro. I don't know if this is for Jerabet. I guess they're saying good job, bro, ni Uncle Sam. There's someone from Utawala. Hey, wase wa Utawala bana. Asanteni, you come through every Friday. We never miss someone who's watching from Tawala. Thank you so much, guys. Wase wa Tawala, Wote, our dancers representing. Thank you so much for always supporting us at Friday Frenzy. This is saying from Utawala, well represented. I am Sam. Say hi to Nathan, my guy. Nathan, mahali uko umesalimiwa. We have Kerry watching from Kericho. Show iko on fire. Big up. Thank you, Kerry, so much for tuning in. We have Napata. Sijui kama hii anasema mubashara. Hiyo ni word activity. Mubashara. Mubashara. Okay. Yeah, but maybe for the Swahili guys. Live kutoka mtaa number 23 ni Vendras Ugala. Okay, Vendras is actually one of the guys who's working here at Hope. So thank you, Vendras, for tuning in to Friday Frenzy. Thank you so much for letting us know may tune in. Thank you so much for supporting us. Amesema show iko lit with some fire emojis.
Good.
Thank you so much for tuning in. So just to jump into our trending stories for today, one of them being, of course, as we talked about earlier, the open heavens. Leo, actually, Leo, imeanza maybe Monday, Monday last week.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Do you know how?
It started raining.
Do you know how I'll not forget that? Huh?
Yeah.
Because after the demos, yani Tuesday, it was like.
I know, like, hey.
Came down.
Hatu unaogopa, you're like, hey, nitoke ama bado. Yeah, so we, of course, again, as we discussed with Kvid, we are so grateful that God has blessed us with the rains. This means, of course, double production also for our farmers and everybody who might be struggling with food production and agricultural productivity. We are so happy that the rains zimetutembelea. And we actually do have a video, by the way, because I think some people would take advantage, maybe. Okay, some ni legit, but kuna wenye wanaweza sema, manze leo siwezi ingia job. Inakuwa ngumu.
Yep.
Yeah, because of the rains, and of course it's understandable.
Yeah.
Because the rains have been really, heavy. But there are some people when you to my email, dear HR, I am sorry to inform you, or I regret to inform you that I will not be coming into work today due to the heavy downpour. Alafu unajua vile watu kwa email
yeah.
You put all your English there because hautaki kuchoma. So we actually have a video, if our director can just play it for us. We have a certain video of this. It's actually funny. It's not from Kenya. Someone from Uganda was speaking, but of course Kenyans being Kenyans took the video from wherever they found it. Na wakaiweka as those people who give excuses to HR for missing out work. Let's tune in and listen to this.
Next Monday tutakimbiana na nyinyi kimbi. Hapo na pale itakuwa kipindi ya Swara na Dogi. Tunafurahia venye tunapita chochoro chua, tukitokelezea chua, ukitokelezea mpaka mimi karibu nikuwe kilema sababu polisi wanatupeleka pele. Tunaenda kuenda. Unajua polisi wanafanya kazi mzuri sababu the more wanatukimbiza the more hiyo kitu inakuwa interesting. Sisi tumesonga imefika kona nyingine hapo town hapo wengine. KICC. Wakati tumefika KICC polisi wakachokoza raia. Raia walikuwa na amani sana. Raia wote walikuwa na amani sana. Polisi ndio walichokoza raia.
All right, our viewers can tell us what they think about that video, but I found it hilarious. Kvid sijui kama wewe uonangi wewe. Unakuanga Kvid,
really?
Unaniangusha bana.
Sio hivyo man.
Unaniangusha wewe.
You know, family man.
Because we don't have a family.
So maybe you can
Nikusukume.
Yeah.
Lakini sasa hiyo ni ya 50 years ago. Hiyo sasa ishaisha. But anyway, basically it's just, how akistaki kuchoma lakini hiyo accent ya Uganda the guy was speaking, and I think it made it even funnier.
Let me ask you, Tiff.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
No.
At work?
I don't think so. About rains?
Yeah.
No. First of all, I have my mom who would, when do una spice email, unaambia HR, I'm sorry, I can't come in today.
You just tell HR, even your boss, you just tell your boss, man, hey, it's raining hailstorms.
Ataelewa kweli. I feel like that those bosses were like, and so it's raining kwa hiyo. So now, what do we do? You know, I think there's some bosses who may not really understand, but kuna wenye wanaeza, so maybe when you gave your reason, I'm sure they'll be able to understand. But for me, I don't think I've ever, because actually I stay with my mom still, and my mom keeps me on toes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I know you're watching, but man, she keeps me on toes. Ati nikose kuenda kazini juu ya mvua. Kwani am I the only one who's being affected by the? What do you mean? Can you get up? So that's just one of the videos that made it to trends for this week. The other one, of course, is the Monday protest, as we were discussing even with Jeribet over here, and also forms part of our discussion for today. We saw a big number of people dominating the protests were actually young people. And there were so many comments, of course, because there are people who are affiliated differently to the political sides. Of course, we won't get into the details of that. What we want to actually dwell on is the fact that there are many young people who were in the protest. And they're actually set to happen now every Monday and Thursday, every week. So, mini kids I was like, ay.
But do you know, Tiff, the most saddest thing for me actually are the young people that I saw.
Yeah.
You know, and even the most saddest was the student who lost his life in
from
Maseno
Maseno.
University. So for me, I was like, imagine young people, by the way, if you're watching us, by the way, and you're a young person, you know, stop being used as a means to someone's end.
Yes.
You know.
Exactly.
Because we are the ones that eventually get hurt.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true.
I never saw anyone in their 40s.
Yeah, who actually even went there.
Now, apart from the politicians themselves,
yeah,
who are actually in their cars.
Yes.
You know,
protected.
Every other time I saw a tear gas canister hurled at them, you know, they would get into their cars and roll down up their windows.
Yeah.
You know, while the rest of the young people out there were, you know. So for me, anybody who's watching, man, and I'm pleading you, you know, don't be used as a means to someone's end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay if you are protesting about something. Of course, it's actually even in our constitution. It's really, you know, a right that everybody has. But when it gets violent, then that's where the problem comes in. So actually from us, it's just a word of encouragement and hope, because I can't imagine if that was that's someone's son, someone's brother, you know, and I don't think anybody would want to lose their lives in protest. Maybe they were just somewhere, but unfortunately the bullet got to them, unfortunately. But of course for us it's to just urge young people to be careful and responsible, and literally everybody who would go out and protest about something, please be careful in everything that you do. And of course there's another video that made it to headlines. Kevin P.
Which one is this?
Oh my goodness. Well, I can't say it. I can't describe it, but it's really funny. If our director can play it for us, but I found it to be funny, and I'm sure many people found it to be funny. So if our directors can play it for our viewers as well, and for Kevin who is in the dark, then we can be able to know more about that.
Now we get into a fresh new segment. It's actually where I get to premiere new music. You know, we get to premiere new music right here on the Friday Frenzy. So if you have a jam out there that you'd like premiered, it's a new, fresh, off the shelf, you can slide in my DM actually and send me a link, and I'll play it. Actually, my director is telling me that she's found the clip. How now?
Yeah.
How did you find it?
Yes, you must. Yes. I mean, I was going to protest. I was going to the streets, because how can you not?
Okay.
How can you not?
Tiff, which clip is that?
It's of this guy who I think really was very active in the whole protest thing. And he was saying how he's so ready. Yako ready. Like, ikiitwa ata kesho, he'll be there. He's ready to battle with police one-on-one. But no, he didn't say it in a formal, serious way. It was very funny, especially because of his choice of words and how he brought out the message. So, yeah, I don't want to give you spoilers, but if our director can play for us a video, that would be great.
Next Monday tutakimbiana na nyinyi kimbi. Hapa na pale itakuwa kipindi ya swara na dogi. Tunafurahia venye tunapita chochoro chua, tukitokelezea chua, ukitokelezea mpaka mimi karibu nikuwe kilema sababu polisi wanatupeleka pele. Tunaenda kuenda. Unajua polisi wanafanya kazi mzuri sababu the more wanatukimbiza the more hiyo kitu inakuwa interesting. Sisi tumesonga imefika kona nyingine hapo town hapo wengine. KICC. Wakati tumefika KICC polisi wakachokoza raia. Raia walikuwa na amani sana. Raia wote walikuwa na amani sana. Polisi ndio walichokoza raia.
Now we get back into this fresh segment actually that I had talked about earlier on, where I get to premiere new music. And I was saying, if you have some fresh music out there, by the way, you can slide on my DM and actually just send me a link and we'll premiere right here.
Yeah.
So right about now, I'm going to start off with a brand new one from Manolo. The jam is called Style Different. I'm telling you, this song has a rumba touch to it.
Hey,
and it's such a dope song, man.
Let me stand up and get ready.
Let's go.
Get ready.
Different. What bag? This is kawaida man. Ni different. Pesa kawaida huwa kwa benki. Ama biashara uza nikupatie. Lakini Yesu ana style different. At the end of wa samaki, mdomoni utapata doha. Nauliza how. Niambie how. Niambie how. Nimekuja na kingoni. Watu 5,000 ndio spoti. Mkate 5 fish mbili watakula nini? Yesu ana style different. Analeta na style different. Anaponya na style different. Anakuja na style different. G. What a feeling, this kind of feeling. I feel like I'm burning, inside the fire burning. Without you, girl, I'm not eating. Yes, I'm not eating. Oh, baby, why you laughing? Do you think I'm just joking? She said to me, you talk a lot, but you don't do a lot. Every day you promise me something new without full feeling it. So, baby, don't you say you love me without wedding. Don't you talk about your feeling without wedding. Oh baby, say no touching until wedding. So baby, say no touching until wedding. Every day I've been praying, hoping, patiently waiting. Oh baby, now I'm thanking Jehovah for this wedding. Today's the beginning of the rest of our living. I say, Nakugamba kwa gala no lowoza tikuli.
makes you wanna go, go, and makes you wanna go,
The dog from the beer.
Your feet.
That's also by Manolo.
What?
That's also by Manolo.
No, that's by Mbuvi, Dr. Mbuvi, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I started off with Manolo Style Different. Then I played a brand new one from Kupi Blaya, Uganda. He was
Uganda.
saying, no touching you without a ring.
Yes, so.
No saying that you love me without a ring. Then I played a brand new one from Moji Shot Baba.
Yeah.
Welcome. Actually, that song elicited very mixed reactions. I don't know whether it was last week or this week. Actually, guys were saying that Moji sampled a song, a secular music song, but for me, it's a fresh jam anyway.
Fresh jam.
Yeah. Shout out to Moji.
Yeah.
Then the last one I played was by Dr. Mbuvi, Okilia Moko.
Okilia Moko.
Okilia Moko actually is a song that goes way back. Yeah, a classic. Yeah.
Okay, clearly, you let me. I'm just like, okay, sawa. No problem. No.
Tiff is like,
Okay. Yeah, Moko Dome, sawa. Great. I understand that, but okay, no problem. But of course, again, in studio, we have 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 gents, right? Like that, in that order. Yeah, we have 2 cents, 2 gents. I found that name to be very unique. I've never had that before.
It's a dope name.
Very.
We try.
Of course you try. Of course. But thank you so much for coming to the show. Our guest for today, again, we're going to be talking about youth and politics. And just to remind our viewers, please do let us know also your thoughts about what we've been discussing so far. And our WhatsApp line is 0708 222 323. Our SMS line is 22232. We are live on YouTube at Hope TV Kenya. You can find us on Instagram, HopeTV_KE. And also Twitter, HopeTV_KE. Also, we have some feedback for some guys who are watching us. So if I can just read that real quickly. We have, this is Tommy D from Utawala. Tommy D Kenya from Utawala. Thank you, Tommy D, for tuning in. We have someone saying, loving the hype. I'm not sure who that is, but thank you so much for tuning in to Friday Frenzy. We are glad you're enjoying. We have big up from Jivanix. Jivanix has actually been on our show for, amekuwa kitu support. He's been an active, he or she has been a very active viewer. So
actually,
thank you.
Giovanni is the hype guy over here.
I just embarrassed myself.
It's all right. You didn't know him.
But like, he's been tuning in every Friday. I know whenever I read the feedback, he's always tuned in. So thank you, Jivanix, for supporting us. In as much as amekuja leo, I am grateful that you're also watching us online at Akamoko. But yes, so just to dive into the discussion for today, really, you can introduce yourselves, of course. Tell us where you're from, what you guys do, if it's for a living or for fun. You can let us know who you are. Who is 2 cents and 2 gents? Yeah.
My name is Robert Kamau. I'm a child of God.
Of course.
Chosen generation.
Chosen generation.
A royal priest.
Yeah, made in the image of God.
Oh, yes.
I think that's a befitting starting point because that's the creation, the source. But other than that, I'm a husband to 1 wife. I have 3 children, 3 lovely children. I know they are fast asleep. I don't blame them. They're at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm also a son, a brother to 3 ladies. I am a lawyer by profession and training. I practice as an in-house counsel. Among other things, of course, I am one of the two gents in Two Cents, Two Gents. Yeah, I love to have a laugh. I love to sing. I love art, creativity, you know, anything that is, you know, that is brings life, you know, and I love reading. I love sports, and many other things. I think if you get to follow us, I think you might pick
Some of these
them,
things.
you know?
Yeah. All right,
Thanks.
awesome.
Happy to be here.
Thank you.
Yes, my name is Kevin Odeng. I am a son to two parents, my mom and dad. I love you so much. Yeah, that's where that. Oh, and I'm also a brother to my only sister. She's in school. Ako Alliance. Unajua vile wanakuanga lazima waseme.
Ilibidi useme Alliance.
Nimejaribu sana nishikilie but
it's hard. You can't.
Imebidi nimemsemea pali huko sahi.
It's like
Tumebarua.
Challenge. Your challenge manze ame make it. Yes, so that's me. Also a lawyer. And yeah, I think so. Two Cents, Two Gents started last year actually. It's been 1 year. And it's interesting we are celebrating 1 year in such a big way. We didn't even expect this. So it's just God doing what he knows. So it started as the two of us just sitting down, having conversations, and we thought, why not push this conversation out there? Because every time we hear people coming up with issues, talking about issues in life, but we never hear solutions, possible solutions. So that's the 2 cents that we have. So we bring issues, yes, but at the end we give you possible solutions. They might not be the best for you, but at least we are headed somewhere. So that even if you're joining in and you want to be part of the conversation, give us solutions too. So that we can grow together. So that's the whole purpose of 2 Cents, Two Gents.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's actually very unique. You can't even copy it. If you hear somewhere saying 3 cents, you know,
like,
they got it.
Wow,
you know where you got it from. Like really, it's very unique.
Tiff, I was about to ask them. Okay, 2 Cents, Two Gents. Already someone who might want to join you guys is kicked out.
That's it.
Because it can be...
It can be 3 cents and it's just 2 cents. Exactly.
Two gents, actually.
Yeah,
2 cents, 2 gents. On the other hand, someone has to be a senior counsel.
Because where?
You have to be a lawyer.
I think now that you said we are already two gents and it's in our name. So unless we can have the third party being 2 cents.
Oh, so you're still 2 cents either way.
2 gents. But anyway, it was by just sheer coincidence that Kevin and I, of course, over friendship of many years, developed the liking to just discuss and talk about issues in the society. So it was just by chance. In fact, the factor in common was not really about our profession or what we studied in school, but more about our love for, hey, umeona hiyo, ulisikia hii? Did you hear? Hey, uliona kumendaje huko bana? Hiyo ni poa kweli. You know, this and this should be done. And then we realized, okay, people, well, we blame ourselves also. We were saying, we were having these conversations by ourselves and not communicating to anyone else. So we decided, let's bring it to the fore. Let's talk about this. Now, not as lawyers, but as two guys who have a burden and a dream for authenticity, for sharing, for perspectives and resolutions.
Yeah, and actually jumping straight into today's conversation, which is youth and politics. We've all seen the place of the youth in politics. You know, it's not such an amusing place, you know, for the young people in politics. What's your take on that?
Okay, so let me start. So number one, it's understanding what politics is. And I think Robert will chime in on that when he gives his comments. I think we have really misplaced misplaced the place of politics because we consider politics is for politicians, you know. Hii kelele mingi hata ukiwa home guys ukiona maneno mingi uko like uko na politics mob.
Politics,
so it's always on the negative.
Yeah.
Yet that's not how it's supposed to be. So what's happening is we have people who understand what politics is, but they take advantage of the masses that don't understand what it really means to be involved in politics. So like as the youth, there are a lot of ways you can get involved in politics. Yes, demonstration and picketing can be one of them, but there are other ways in which you can, you know, we have bunge la wananchi that takes place where you go and have candid conversations about issues that actually affect you.
Yeah.
And then there's the parliament that we have. We have parliament that is National Assembly and the Senate, you know, where you can actually whip your member of parliament. Si ati unamchapa kiboko. You just
utampata.
Ukijaribu itafika. Hiyo fimbo ni ya mbali. But yes, you go to your MP and ask them, what laws are you trying to bring for us that will benefit us? There are so many other options that we have as Kenyans, as the youth, to chime in terms of politics. Yes.
And maybe just to add a bit is understanding what politics is and removing that negative image from politics. Because politics is all about activities and actions that assist in attaining power and exercising that power. And also making decisions in groups. Basically, it's just that. And this is a large group from the country perspective, county perspective, like that, parliament perspective, ward perspective. And it's about, once we remove this, ask yourself, if you're not on the politician side, which is professionally practicing politics, are you on the electorate side, where you're supposed to be getting the politician into the office? You're actually their boss, the employer. How then can you not be participating in it? Or to say, this is not mine, this is, so that understanding can help people say, this is my responsibility at the end of the day. The fingers are going to point back at me and not at them only. I put them in office, I have to check them. And so many other things to consider.
All right. And of course, again, as we've been discussing, probably mid-show till up at this moment, we've been saying that it's great that young people are taking part in the political dialogue. Of course, part of being the decision makers as young people, especially because this generation has grown up to be one that doesn't really politics si kitu yetu. Like even voting, there was so much apathy as reported by the electoral bodies, and they said watu hawajakuja, like hata wale wazee, like 80 something were there, and they were given, of course, a free pass to just go to the front. But many young people were like, actually, when I was talking to many young people, right?
The young people.
Right, the young people right here is him.
Guilty as charged.
And guilty as charged.
I never showed up in a politics.
Exactly, because many people were like, why should I go and vote? And I know that either way, my vote won't count. And, of course, they say, your vote counts. IEBC actually say, your vote counts. Everybody, the politicians are like, come through, you guys, your vote counts. Your parents even tell you your vote counts. But as a young person, what you've seen so far, you're not convinced that I can go and vote, but my vote may not even change even 1% of what happens after I've gone to the polling station. So is it that it's just that apathy that has taken place after this generation imekuja na we don't really care? Or is there an explanation aside from what we already see at face value that can explain as to why I'd prefer not to? I'd prefer to sit at home. It's a holiday. Especially because on voting day, we don't go to work. So what
an opportunity.
It's an opportunity to stay home and, chill and see you guys do what you do, not me.
And what's the
from afar. Yeah.
I think, okay, so this is a good opportunity for us to tell you guys that we've had this conversation in our YouTube. Just go check out 2 Cents to Gents YouTube channel. It's actually one of the first topic actually that we engaged in terms of leadership. And there's also one of the issues that, again, we talked about was voter apathy. And our biggest problem, what we saw to be an issue, is that some of our youth, we really don't know the place of civic duty. Civic duty meaning voting.
Yeah.
The reason why mzae ataenda kuvote, amekuwa hapo for the longest.
Yeah.
So anajua what it means for me to go and vote, because inamu affect. You get my point?
Yeah.
And some of us we are privileged. Tuko na wazazi wenye manze wametuweka vizuri.
Yeah.
So wewe huoni shida yote.
Yeah.
Wewe uko sawa.
You go to not
Yeah.
fine.
You're like, I see I'm sleeping vizuri, nakula poa.
Eh.
DJ anapiga mixing yake hapa, ako sawa.
Yeah.
Wacha ni rest. Kwani kila siku ni hii kitu, wacha ni. Let me rest, please.
Yeah.
Give me that holiday.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Really understanding your space, your place in civic duty. It's important. And I know kuna stories here and there about, by the way, unajua kura inaibwa and all that. But you see, if we don't get involved in it, then we can never kill that menace.
Yeah.
We can never get to a point where we actually say, you know what, tumeweza. Because you're not getting involved in it.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
what you think is happening is happening. I'm saying what you think because as lawyers, tuna deal na evidence.
For sure.
Kwa meza.
Yeah.
Yes,
For sure.
yes.
And maybe just to add, I think this is learning from the past is good. And again, they also say, learn from the experiences of others and not from yourself. For instance, if you realize that you ought to have participated when you're at 50 years or you're 60 years, you're going to regret how much you would have done if you started at 30, if you started engaging, lobbying, going to your groups and telling them, can we consider this in our neighborhood? Start small. By voting, you see, after voting, there's the civic duty extends after voting. I mean, kuna public participation, try to follow. This law is being passed, and you have an interest. Something is going to affect you or is going to be for you. You're looking for that kamkunji, itakuwa happy. When did Parliament say, when did the ministry say, did the notice say, we are going to meet? And you even take off. If you have leave days, take off and say, hii siku.
Take off.
If you have leave days, take a day off, okay? Yeah, you see, Kevin hapa jaribu kuwa mwalimu wa Kiingereza.
I know, right? I know.
So I accept the correction.
Yeah.
So take a day off, please. Yeah. But the other conversation that we need to have is that, are we having these conversations at home? Are we being candid or are we being selfish? If your parents out there and your politicians, are you telling them the truth about what you do to keep your position, for instance? Do you tell them what it took you to get the position? Is it sustainable for them? For instance, they may never do it, they may never have the mettle or the guts to do what you did, or have the opportunities you had or the networks. So is it sustainable? Is it the right method? So I think we are being, at times, if we think selfishly and not about the next generation, and if youth don't think it's going to affect them, they might be the ones panicking when it's their children they have to worry about. When you're worrying about your children, how they're going to be affected by demos, by protests, by unrest, then you might maybe going to ask yourself, did I do enough when I had the time, when I was not raising these children or not paying these school fees, or when the economy goes south? That youth who did not have that kind of responsibility might be regretting. So please act now. Yeah.
A quick comment, by the way, as we wind down.
Up. Wind up.
Yeah, we are taking
I'll
off
Google this.
and we are winding up.
Winding
up.
As we wind up, okay, fine.
Yeah.
A quick comment from each one of you as we wind up about the demos.
Yeah.
A quick comment. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about the demos?
Quick. All right.
How
There's a lot.
Need to make it quick. How can it be quick?
Because the director is like.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. Okay, let me. He'll talk about the second. Let me just talk about. So according to our constitution, Article 37, it gives us the right to demonstration, picketing, and also petition. You can actually petition public authorities. That is, you can petition the parliament and tell them, by the way, unga. You can take it to court. You can take the ministry to court. There are ways you can do that. Again, because of your time. But yes, it is a legal process. The issue is, how do you follow the process? So we have laws that are in place. We have the Public Orders Act that talks about if you want to do a demonstration, there's a process that you need to go through. You need to give a letter to the officer in charge of the area that you want to demonstrate in. And then you have to explain that we will be moving from this place to this place. So there's a lot that has to take place. Yes. Yes, I'll say that. And then I think.
Just to also add to what Kevin is saying, first we need to check, have we exhausted all the channels available? You know, are we using parliament appropriately? Are MPs attending? Are senators attending? Or are they absconding? You know, parliament session to represent their people. Two, is it this for public interest or is it for personal interest? We need to check some of these things and have candid conversations. Ask ourselves, has the recent protest last week achieved anything over the week? You know, can we gauge and see whether was it positive or negative? And I say I think it has been negative economically. There were losses to businesses. You know, manna was lost, a life lost, damaged property. You saw the Tomboya sign finding its way, you know,
somewhere in Nairobi,
heading home probably someone called Tomboya now outside his home. So you see, damaged property. There are a lot of losses. And then let's ask children. Can you imagine? Parents were asking the government, please extend the midterm so that our children are safe. Children did not vote.
That's true.
They are hurting. They're going to be unsafe. Are children going to go to school on Monday? You know, let's ask ourselves this question. Are we doing more harm than good? And are there better channels that will protect us and not damage us? Can we think about tomorrow? Because you can't go back into the past.
That's true.
I think the main point is demonstration should be the end.
Yes.
As in, there are so many other things that you can do, and then get to demonstration. But then again, even in the demonstration itself, like I've explained, it needs to follow a certain criteria of law.
Awesome.
And all in all, one point. And in this conversation, it's not to say that we are against the factors that are contributing to the discomfort, dissatisfaction of the public or the people who are protesting. The merit cannot be understated. We are all facing economic challenges. There are so many challenges in the country right now, and that cannot be understated. And we are not challenging that position. We're just looking at the avenue that is best for the public interest and public good.
Good.
And even just to wind up.
The director's almost coming here. But
I know. But I just want to relate all of this to us being Christians and especially you guys being lawyers. I think it's awesome that you know God and you know what His word says about all these things. And I'm sure, of course, even in the Bible, there are politics, maybe not in the same exact way that it's happening in Kenya or in the world, but I'm sure there was some kind of politicking that was taking place. So even, of course, you've given your voice, even as Christians. It doesn't mean when you're lawyer, I love when you're Christian, like you
same
are one. It's the same point. So even as the voice of the church and as a voice to young people, really, how can we also plug in such a way that it is we're providing, as you've mentioned, a good environment, and at the same time, we're not going to be judged before God like somebody died in your presence or in your hands, and that was a life lost, and you would have taken a different turning. Or you don't have to live with the fact that I saw some people lose their lives when I was in those protests or demonstrations, or even online, really, anything that contributes to any kind of loss, and I didn't do anything as a church. How can we speak about such matters in a very candid conversations also, but also being very factual and at the same time keeping the voice of God concerning all these things.
I think it all boils down to the fact that Paul says we must respect the authority that is in. And we talk about this in our segment in two sense. We must we respect the government that is in place at that point. So there is respect. Not fear, but respect. So there's a way in which you can address issues and say this is wrong, and our constitution has given us some of the avenues that we can use. You know, with the freedom that we have, the avenues that we can use to address the issues. So the issues should be addressed, but they should be addressed from a point of authority, and also understanding that, you know what, I accept that you're in power at this point, and I respect that fact, but at the same time, 1, 2, 3 issues have to be met. Yes. Wow. Yes.
I think also the other view, to make the 2 cents, yeah? The other view,
it has to be both of you. It can't be one person.
So the other view is actually we need to pray for our leaders. And I know this can, at times you can get injured and you don't want to pray. It happens to all of us all the time. But actually what, as Christians, we've been asked to do, most of the public in Kenya goes to church or has a family member who goes to church. We are calling upon that family member to be the advocate, praying and encouraging them to practice their freedoms properly and lovingly, and to apply the right values in doing so. Yeah.
Good. Thank you so much for coming, gentlemen. And where can people find you on the socials?
I mean, it's so unique. Like, you can't even...
You can't take it.
You can't take it.
Where can they find you on that camera?
All right, so you can find us on TikTok, 2 Cents 2 Gents, Instagram, 2 Cents 2 Gents, Facebook, 2 Cents 2 Gents, and YouTube, 2 Cents 2 Gents.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Awesome.
Right about now, we get into another fresh segment where I get to play. Actually, the name of the segment is Back to Back, where I get to play jams from one particular artist. And we kick off this segment this Friday with the one and only Stony Jiwe.
Yeah,
let's go.
Fruta big up tunazi waya tunazi Fruta big up tunazi waya tunazi fruta ata polarity cross alipatana na G kwa kosa kishandanga wadhi alidot ata mada wanabi God ali change course neno alisambaza nani na yendo boss on a hii moss on a beat so to kwa lost I'm on my knees God ali change course sold out I'm totally si chase denge kamene na chase gym nataka niwe legend kadenge nita AC nataka bima emblem na denge na kaza break na mpaka kemble kembe sultan the other chicks zile tumashavu Mungu pekee wezidi kwa babu Fishers of men nyavu hatutambui beef baby tumana tunazifuta tunazimejibea hewa mzee tunaziwaja tunazifuta nasema blessings tunazifuta tunazifuta tunaziwaja tunazifuta
TPT kidogo
relax we loaded relax it's official bila bowen tax we step in show them clocks to Milan Buddha let me show you the platter say relax God we owe him a lot na kani content we downloaded a lot na vile na speed they feel like I'm reloading a Glock shots fired even none of them be poking a black relax no wicked mind we done him in this not tense we defined hatuna wow we still blind papa did not feeling up in the life I say relax we loaded relax now it's official bila bowen tax we step in show them clocks to Milan Buddha let me show you
inatoka
big up all the massive
tupeleke Kayole basi
na hiyo ngoma ni ya massive
Kayole basi
ikibamba
ati nini wacha nini
watch our hit watch our vex pick up on the rhythm no flex even the devil himself can't test
One time, two time,
check song any danger. Now fold my hands come Macarena. Nimepona ya fire redder than redder. We breaking the limits. Run the tune. Hey selector. Na hama
Tiffany nimepotea. Wacha nishow ni rais. Tiffany hii ni yako rais. Tiffany kwa hapo. Hii ni yako rais. This one's for Tiff. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Atenene.
His presence is heaven to me. Nabila yeye sina essence for skill. Nitumie ndo my brethren wati. Nitulie when the other only take the script. Increase me more less. Increase me more less.
One time. All right. Haya kifa kwa space. Wacha nionyeshe madansa yangu mwingine sana. Come closer. Kama kwa pale mtaa. Na unajua hivyo. Tuko sawa. Kila mtu.
washaweka bounty ju flow killer beat imeoga kiobina nina mazai kwako tu za topina na vile niko ndani mzee I'm so kina see take shots na bareda critics hawawezi kunispot under red na bring the house down I'm a tremor na leta fire I'm a flame na rusha moto mo na shikata wazai na mamokoro so na Jesus na songa I still roga shetani namba kisogo don't whine wabambiki juu Mungu anameja na maina na feel ni kinda I'm in refine I'm fine mokori ne jeso imebaki na saika sishiki kijo
Man, I'm telling you, Giovanni, before you guys go, the dancers, before you guys go, just come over. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through.
Anytime.
Quick, just tell us your name.
My name is MC Givanix, Hypeman Givanix, Designer Givanix. Okay, nimesema sana.
Hey, multi-talented.
Yeah, that's my name. And this is the beach, the beach dance cruise.
The beach dance cruise.
From Utawala.
Yeah.
To Utawala. Yeah.
Maybe they can tell us the names.
Yeah, Utawala Massive.
Yep.
Praise God. I go by the name Blessed the Dancer. I'm a gospel artist and still I'm a dancer.
Nice.
Blessed.
Praise the Lord. Najulikana kama vile Hype Circuit. Kwa social media platform ni Mike Israel. I'm also an apostle. Thank God.
Awesome.
Amen. So, natuma salamu kwa papa na mama because I'm a lawyer. Musini arrest. So, big up to my mom, my dad, my siblings out there, my friends. Niko Hope TV, Bede. Just in case.
Finally, wamefika finally. It's been long, wamefika finally. Yeah. At least sasa watabrag kidogo Utawala. Utawala tukai na amani by the. It's about time.
It's about time.
It's about time. No, it's about time. Imekuwa late sana. It's about time. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through. By the way,
sure.
It's such a pleasure, Tiff.
We actually have some
as we close up
feedback here from many people who have been watching us, and we're so grateful. We have Mary Melvin. Big up to Givanix. Good job, sir.
Thank you.
We have Nikondakas, Nikiwa Oyole, mixes, Iko best kabisa. DJ Kvid, you have a shout out. And also the dancers, amazing. We have Disney from Utawala. That was a mad hype from Givanix. We need more and more.
Thank you.
Watching from Mombasa. They have a request. We can play next week because of time. We're so sorry. But this is Aunt Otieno saying Ameniona. That's a request. We'll keep it in mind for next week's show. We have Wow Loving the Dance, Nyambu from Kikuyu. Nice moves, Givanix. Givanix, uko on demand. Sijui kuja hapa every Friday.
Itabidi tumekuja. Give me a room. Give me a room hapo hivi. Apiga kambi tu hapo. Guess lipo.
But thank you so much, guys, for coming. Thank you to every person who's watching Friday Frenzy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your amazing, positive feedback. We're so happy to have you live. And, of course, tuning in from 9:30 to 11. You've given us your time, and we are so grateful. From me, Tiffany Wamboy, we'll see you next week. From DJ Kvid, we'll see you next week again, Friday Frenzy, kama kawaida. But for now, we thank you, the 2 Cents. Two gents for coming through. Thank you, Jerabet, for coming through to the show. And kama kawaida, we give a shout out to the people working behind the scenes, making all of this possible. In the segment here, KVD.
One and only, by the way. Let me take this opportunity to give a big shout out to James Ndiku, Charlene Kadilo. I have White Man on my left.
Whitey.
I got Prince on my right. I got Peter, the right director. In front of me, on the camera, Regan Muduri on the sound and lighting. Who else?
We have Faith.
I hope Faith. I keep forgetting
You
Faith.
always forget. Hey.
Faith.
Hey, we have
Thank you so much.
our producer.
Richie, our
Richie,
producer.
thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see everybody next week on Friday. Tune in to Friday Frenzy, kama kawaida.
God bless you.
Big up 23. Ayo all shooting for the stars when you're nyota. Bado mi wish ka Toyota. Hopeful still unanijenga Mosota. Ambitious success inajua mi ni stalker. Saniko up in the city design ya hopper. Design ya kali mazishi vile na foka. Ay, we run this si chocha. Living it up sipping is that kwake focus. Ay, haters can't get none of this vile na blaze track. They think I'm on cannabis wana moto. Wrong type of hit, eh. How I do we on some lot type of things, eh. None of this, eh. they think I'm on cannabis, watch a moto. Wrong type of hit, hey. How about you? We have some wrong type of things, hey.